My name is Aamer Anwar. I'm the lead solicitor for the Scottish Covid Bereaved, a short statement which will be followed by the family members. Today, the First Minister of Scotland, Hamza Yusuf, offered an unreserved apology to the Covid Bereaved over the handling of informal communications such as WhatsApps, whilst announcing an external review into the handling of WhatsApps by the government. The Covid Bereaved regard the First Minister's statement as too little and too late. The damage has been done, the evidence has been destroyed, and today was nothing more than a shameful 11th hour scrambling to sort out a mess created by his government and predecessors. Critical evidence was destroyed on an industrial scale. My clients are angry at the circling of the wagons around Nicola Sturgeon, which has meant that the focus has not been on the thousands who died from COVID. It's time that the First Minister, Hamza Yusuf, stop acting like a cheerleader for his former boss, Nicola Sturgeon. He has failed to take control. His government has been dragged into disclosing evidence to the public inquiry on a slow drip feed. WhatsApps during the critical period of the pandemic for the first 8 months of 2020 between Les Lloyd, the Chief of Staff, and Nicola Sturgeon prior to September 1st, 2020 no longer exist. How very convenient. The Scottish Covid Bereaved fought for this inquiry. In December, they watched in horror the evidence of Boris Johnson, who was the Prime Minister for the whole of the United Kingdom, presiding over, in his words, a disgusting orgy of narcissism. Johnson's claim that he saved thousands of lives was a grotesque distortion of the truth. It is throughout the United Kingdom that millions of frontline workers risk their lives without adequate PPE. It is throughout the United Kingdom our care homes were turned into killing grounds for the elderly, treating them as toxic waste, all the while Johnson and his cabinet were living it up at parties. In Scotland, the Covid Bereaved genuinely believed that Miss Sturgeon, Mr Yusuf, Mr Sweeney and others, when they told families they would be front and centre, that they would be different. In Miss Sturgeon's words, nothing would be off limits, including WhatsApps. That belief is now shattered. So far, all we have seen is a culture of impunity, of arrogance and contempt. It's time for the selective amnesia to stop. Hamza Yusuf said today there was nothing unreasonable in what the Scottish bereaved asked for. Yet instead, over the last few days and few months, the bereaved have been insulted, they have been abused, they have been told to shut up, and they have been attacked for trying to hold our government to account. The bereaved have fought to keep their promises to the thousands no longer with us who cannot speak for themselves, but his government and the former First Minister Nicola Sturgeon's conduct to date begs the question, what have they been trying to hide?